Hey you guys, it's Catherine Joy from thecatherinejoy.com, and I am excited to be coming to you today with 10 postpartum hacks that I think will make your postpartum recovery so much easier. I feel like there's so much information out there on the internet about preparing for labor, preparing to go through those first, second, and third trimesters of pregnancy. But honestly, what I call the fourth trimester is actually the hardest trimester, at least it was for me. There were so many things that took me so off guard when I had my first last year. So I am applying these tactics to try to make that experience so much more seamless and easy and healthy. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing to prepare for postpartum is to label everything. And I mean every single thing. This will keep your house so much more organized when you're out of it. Other people are going to be in your house. Hopefully you're getting help from an in-law or a mother or even your husband or partner. And that person not only needs to know where to go for things, but they also need to know where to put things back. So this helps stuff just not get crazy when you are down postpartum. Postpartum hack number 2 I got from my cousin who just had her third, and it is buy grandma diapers or adult diapers. Instead of just trying to use pads, which often can be leaky, and your bed can just become a mess, or you're sleeping on chuck pads, just buy grandma diapers. Guys, let's face it, postpartum, down there isn't looking all that gorgeous, so you don't need to be worried about how you look at this stage. Just do what works for your body. 3, this one's really popular. I didn't do it last time, but that is just meal plan. Just super simple, super basic recipes that you or your spouse can just throw in the oven. I've been working on some meal planning recipes. If you would like those, go ahead and comment down below. Okay, so my 4th hack is probably the one I'm most excited about, and that is preparing a postpartum box for your baby's father. I don't think a lot of us think through all the way how much our husbands and spouses are so affected by the labor process as well. When we come home, it's not just us that's staying up late, that's having a hard time emotionally, especially if you have another kid, then your spouse is going to be helping out a lot. And also, their cup is going to be kind of drained because they aren't getting the emotional love or connection or the physical love and connection that they've had with you before. Things that are in this postpartum box for Elisha are little notes of appreciation. His love language is words of affirmation. If you could figure out your husband's love language, that will make this so much easier. And just writing in little notes of things that I appreciate about him. I put little comfort foods in that box, so things that I know he loves and enjoys but won't necessarily be running to the grocery store for. I've also been setting aside money for the last couple weeks through selling stuff as I declutter my house. And that money I've set aside and purchased a massage for him, just as a way for him to get away and relax and enjoy some alone time. Because again, your spouse is going to be feeling pressures after the baby too, and they aren't necessarily going to be getting all the attention that you're going to be getting. And I promise that not only will this make your spouse's life so much easier, knowing that, hey, you've thought ahead and you want to love them through this time, but also it's going to make them feel so much love towards you when you're needy and you need them to help do so much stuff around the house. 5, in this preparing for postpartum period, I've set appointments for self-care, because this is what I noticed last time is after I had Leon, I'm just saggy and everything's loose and I did not feel good about myself. And you know, there's simple things that you can do to take care of yourself. You won't be doing it probably right after you have the baby. So I've scheduled some appointments before the baby, for instance, like getting my hair cut or getting my nails painted, things that will help me just feel more put together and like myself, even if I'm bumming around in pajamas after the baby's born. Something that goes along with this is hack 6, and that is prepare a postpartum clothing box. So in this box, I have 2 outfits and a cute set of pajamas that are just things that I've gone out and bought that I know I will feel good in and look good in postpartum. These items are cozy. It's not necessarily like I'm going out on the town, but if I go grocery shopping or even just being around the house, I feel a lot better when I'm not in saggy maternity clothes after I have the baby, or instantly trying to squish into jeans and tops. And guys, let's face it, that's not going to work. So after Leon, I wasn't prepared for all the downtime I would have. I had such a hard time nursing with him, and so I was actually on the couch nursing for over 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day. That is a very long time. As a result, I've never watched TV shows, but during this time I binge watched 2 different TV shows that left me feeling like, ugh. So go ahead and plan ahead, and maybe you have a show you want to watch or something that you really would enjoy doing in that downtime, but just plan ahead so that you're intentional during that downtime instead of having it hit you unawares and being like, what am I gonna do while I'm just sitting here forever? Trust me, even social media will get really, really boring. I wrote a list of relaxing activities and I put it in a little cupboard in my room along with a list of blogs that I want to write, my journal. I even researched some movies that I would like to watch during that time, and I wrote them down so I'm not just surfing the web for something to watch. I put down relaxing activities to do with Elisha for us to connect, even things like playing chess, or we like to play quiz up on our phones. I put thank you notes in there. I also wrote down a list of books that I've been wanting to get to for a while, podcasts I've been wanting to listen to. So basically, anytime I go to that activity cupboard, it's a list that's already been thought out for me, because when you're low on sleep, when you're low on energy, emotional energy, all of that, you just want to veg. And sometimes that doesn't just mean sitting down and watching something for hours. It just means you don't want to have to come up with something to do. Hack number 8 is for if you already have a child or children. For me, I just have Leon. He just turned a year old. And so I am prepping him for this new baby in a few different ways. But one of those things is just really making his schedule solidified, because this makes it easier for him to stay on schedule. That's my hope. And it'll be easier for me to troubleshoot from the bedroom if Elisha's having a hard time with him. So it's like, oh, he's tired right now, he goes to bed at this time, or he's hungry right now. As a mom, you're so in tune to what your baby needs and what they're feeling. But if you haven't been around all day, you aren't spending a ton of time with your toddler, it's good to have some things set in stone. It's a lot easier for your spouse to take care of them. So I'm prepping Leon to actually sit in his crib and play with toys. I started the timer at 15 minutes, and every day I set him in his crib, give him his toys, and just sit in the room so that when I am nursing, he's prepared to just sit there and be happy. So if I don't have someone watching him, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, don't touch that, and constantly be getting up and down and trying to chase Leon and nurse at the same time. So I'm gradually increasing that time on the timer, and hopefully that's going to help him be content for periods of time so that I'm able to get a little breathing space if it's just me and both kids at home. One more hack: if you do have kids, go ahead and think ahead and contact people who might be able to play with your little one or take them out and give them that entertainment and that one-on-one time that they might be needing. I don't know how Leon's going to adjust to this new baby. He's pretty little, but I am setting up those play date appointments for him so even Elisha and I can still get some time to connect. My last hack is declutter and deep clean even a couple months before, and then stay on top of it. So as I'm getting into these last weeks of my 3rd trimester, I'm getting slower and slower, bending over is getting harder, my back's giving me more problems, but I have decluttered and deep cleaned my house a couple months ago, and so at this point, I'm just maintaining it until the baby comes. Anyways, I hope that those 10 hacks were helpful for you. I'm really hoping that these 10 hacks are helpful to me. I think the thing to keep in mind is that postpartum, you don't know exactly what you're preparing for because you don't know how long it's going to take your body to heal. If this was helpful for you at all, please leave it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I do create a new video every Thursday, and I would love to have you just join our family here on YouTube. Last but not least, I still have a few weeks to get things ready, so if you are a mom that has realized that certain things have made your 4th trimester a lot smoother, then please comment down below. I am so new at this. These are things that I've learned, but I am so open to new ideas.